Good morning, students. So, from today, I have started giving the question answers. So, those students who are complaining regarding the question answer and notes, so they can prepare notes from here. So, in this video, we will discuss 10 question answers which are related with the beginning of that life process chapter. So, let's see the first question. So question is, what are the important features of living beings? So you can note down from here, or you can take a screenshot and you can write. So question is, what are the important features of living beings? How we can categorize whether something is living or non-living? So living beings, they will show some important characteristic features, and the important characteristic features of living beings are: living beings can reproduce and give birth to young ones. Living beings can respond against stimulus. What is the meaning of respond against stimulus? Means, suppose if I will pinch, or if I will pork one pin over your skin, then you will give some reaction. But on non-living things, if you will pinch or pork any pin, then they will not going to show any response. So respond against stimulus is a characteristic feature of living beings. Next characteristic feature of living beings is living beings will show metabolism. So what is metabolism? We will discuss little later. And the last feature is living beings will show many life supporting processes like digestion, circulation, respiration, excretion, etc. So these are the important characteristic features of living beings. On this basis, we can decide whether something is living or non-living. Now, next question is, what is reproduction? Write its significance. So, reproduction is a biological process in which organisms produce young ones of their own kind. So, it is a biological process by which organism they produce young ones, offspring, and they will be of their own kind. Now, what is the significance of reproduction? What will happen if there will be no reproduction? Then the reproduction enables the continuity of species generation after generation. Suppose that if any species will not reproduce, then finally what will happen? Suppose that if we'll talk about dogs, so all the dogs which are present on this earth, suppose that if they will not reproduce, then ultimately what will happen? So whatever dogs are present on this earth, they will complete their lifespan, and after completing their lifespan, ultimately they will die. So this dog, the species of dog, it will get extinct from this earth. So reproduction, it enables the continuity of species generation after generation. Now come to the next question, which is, what is metabolism? So we can define metabolism as, in order to keep us alive, so many reactions are taking place in our body, which are called as metabolism. The other definition of metabolism is that the sum total of catabolic and anabolic reaction which are taking place in our body is known as metabolism. So we all know that so many reactions are taking place in our body when we eat something. Suppose if we will eat something, then it goes to the stomach, and there the digestion of food takes place. Some enzymes they will release from the stomach, and they will digest that food. So many reactions are taking place in our body, and these reactions are known as metabolism. Next question is, what is catabolic reaction? So metabolism is a sum total of catabolic and anabolic reaction. So here we will discuss about what is catabolic reaction. So catabolic reaction is a type of reaction in which breakdown of bigger molecule into its simpler, sorry, here is some mistake, simpler form takes place. It is a destructive process, and example of catabolic reaction is digestion of food. So catabolic reaction, what will happen during catabolic reaction? The breakdown of bigger molecule will take place. Suppose that digestion. So when we eat something, it is a complex food. So by the process of digestion, this complex food will be broken down into their simpler form. such as carbohydrate, it is broken down into its simpler form, which is the glucose. So carbohydrate is a macromolecule, it is a bigger molecule. By the process of digestion, carbohydrate will be broken down into its simpler form, which is the glucose. So this is known as catabolic reaction. Next question is, what is anabolic reaction? Anabolic reaction is a type of reaction in which simpler molecules join together to form bigger molecules. Anabolic reaction is a constructive process. Example of anabolic reaction is photosynthesis. So anabolic reaction is just reverse of catabolic reaction. In anabolic reaction, what will happen? So simpler molecules, they will join together and they will give rise to a bigger molecule. And very good example of anabolic reaction is photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, what will happen? The simpler molecules like carbon dioxide, water, they will be joined together and they will form a complex molecule, which is the glucose molecule. So as compared to CO2, water, glucose is a bigger molecule. So this is known as anabolic reaction. Next question is, what are the different types of nutrition? Yeah, what are the different modes of nutrition? So mainly there are three different types of nutrition, or there are three different modes of nutrition. First one is a saprotrophic nutrition, second one is parasitic nutrition, and third one is holozoic nutrition. Next question is, what is saprotrophic nutrition? So how we can define saprotrophic nutrition? So it is a type of nutrition in which organism get their nourishment from dead and decaying matter. Such organisms are known as saprotrophs, and this type of nutrition is known as saprotrophic nutrition. And example fungus. So in saprotrophic mode of nutrition, what we have to remember, that organism, they will get nourishment from the dead and decaying matter. So this is very important line. So they will get nourishment from dead and decaying matter, and such organisms are known as saprotrophs, and this mode of nutrition is known as saprotrophic nutrition. So you must have seen that the dead and decomposing fruits and the food leftovers, so bacteria, fungus, they will act upon those dead and decomposing matter and they will convert them into simpler form. So there is a very important role of these saprotrophs or saprotrophic fungus or bacteria. They are the natural cleaner of our environment. Suppose that if there will be no fungus or bacteria, no decomposer, then we cannot imagine life on this earth. So they play a very important role in cleaning of our environment. So we have to remember that example of saprotrophic nutrition is fungus. Next question is, what is parasitic nutrition? Parasitic nutrition is a type of nutrition in which organisms get their nourishment from other organisms, and in return of that they cause harm to them. Such organisms are known as parasite, and this type of mode of nutrition is known as parasitic nutrition. And example, human and mosquitoes. Here mosquitoes are parasite. So parasitic mode of nutrition, this is the second type of nutrition. And in parasitic mode of nutrition, we have to remember that organism, they will depend upon the other living organism for the food, for the nourishment, and in return of that they cause harm to that organism. So they are taking nourishment also, and in return they are causing harm to that host organism. So this type of mode of nutrition is known as parasitic mode of nutrition. And very good example of parasitic mode of nutrition is between the human beings and mosquitoes. So here the mosquitoes, they are the parasite. They will get nourishment from human beings. They will suck the blood of human beings, and human beings, they will act as a host. So there will be one host and one parasite. So here human beings, they are host and mosquito is parasite. We can take one more example of parasitic mode of nutrition between the human beings and the leech. So that leech which also suck blood from human beings, so leech is also parasite. So these parasites are also categorized into two categories, endoparasite and ectoparasite. Endoparasite means those parasite which lives inside the body of organism, such as the worms which are present in our small intestine. They are endoparasite. On the other hand, ectoparasite means they will remain present outside the body like mosquitoes, leech, ticks. So they are ectoparasite. So can you able to recall any one parasitic organism from plant? So from here question can come, give one example of parasitic mode of nutrition from plant kingdom. So answer will be the Cascuta plant, which is also known as Amar bale plant. So that yellowish filamentous plant is known as Cascuta, and it get nourishment from the other plant over which it will get spread, and ultimately it will cause death of that plant. So that is known as parasitic mode of nutrition. Now next question is, what is holozoic nutrition? So this is very important, holozoic nutrition. So holozoic nutrition is a type of nutrition in which solid food particles are engulfed by organism and their digestion takes place inside the body. Examples are human beings, dog, cat, etc. So in holozoic nutrition, we have to remember that solid food particles will be engulfed. Engulfed means nigalna. So solid food particles will be engulfed by living organism, and the digestion of that food, it will take place inside the body. And this type of nutrition is commonly seen in human beings, dog, cat, even amoeba, paramecium, they also show this type of mode of nutrition. Now the last question is, what is photosynthesis? So we can define photosynthesis as, photosynthesis is a process by which plants make their own food in presence of CO2, water, sunlight and chlorophyll pigment. Or we can also define photosynthesis as, photosynthesis is a oxidation reduction process in which oxidation of water and reduction of CO2 takes place in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll pigment to form one molecule of glucose. So those students who are complaining regarding the notes, so they can write these questions in their bio copy. So all, each and every student, you have to write all these 10 questions in your bio copy. Thank you. Have a nice day.